Good morning, everyone. It's 26th of February 2013. We're driving through what's called the Brownies, and it's the area between well, it's near the Rio Grande Ranches, but it's on the other side of 142. So we're heading towards Blanca, the back roads. My windshield's a little dirty, so I'm going to try to avoid filming through that. Just felt like turning the camera on. You know, I had a lot of dreams last night. I had a lot of dreams to speak overall. A lot of dreams. Some nights I'm pretty sure I had 20 dreams. I think I was in some barren wasteland, kind of like this, in my dream last night. Only there were sinkholes all over, and there were snakes. I don't like snakes. And, you know, there's a friend that was there. It was a dream. It was one of those dreams where you feel like you're tapping into a greater power in the spirit realm. Especially when I picked up a stick and try to go after a Black Panther. Not exactly the most normal thing somebody would do. You know, I'm trying to get real focused on one particular thing right now that I do have control over. Control of. That has nothing to do with where I'm living. And in a way, being out here could probably help me focus on my project. It's just very difficult to get all the information down on paper. But right now, I'll tell you what, it is so necessary for me to do just that. So I'm going to be going to the coffee shop today in Alamosa, getting some additional information, and I'm really going to try to start writing soon. I'll still keep making videos, I'll still keep doing the weekly show, but there's something that I want to present. There's a goal of mine by the summer this year, and it could change the way of my life forever. My life forever as I know it. These are some very interesting rock formations. The position of these rocks. And who knows how old it is. Now, I got a car coming up. You got to be very careful on these dirt roads. Very careful. That car probably didn't even see me. The car just... Alright. So, sun gazing is a very ancient practice, but there's not a lot of information about it. Now remember, I've sun gazed before, but I haven't done lots and lots of research into it. But a lot of it seems to come naturally. A lot of it seems to make sense. The idea behind sun gazing at sunrise and sunset, only within the first hour, and it's recommended you start with 10 seconds and work up from there. I do it for a few minutes. In fact, I'm going to stop here and just pause, because I can take it. I'm a solar baby. Some people gaze at the sun because they want a deeper connection to their spirit. Others do it for energy. These are all tied together. Others see it as a way to, and some have claimed, that they have been able to live without food, and for a certain amount of time without water. Maybe not indefinitely without water, but that there's something to sun gazing that may help us truly be self-sufficient in terms of where we get our energy from. And the overall goal is to be like a plant, to where we take in the energy through photosynthesis. I've heard about this for years, and they've done some studies on some yogis throughout the world. I'm going to go look at some things today, download a few articles on that subject as well. There's not a lot of information about sun gazing on YouTube. What little there is, I've already looked at, and some of it's not in English. And the practice is more, well, like many other meditation techniques, is more widely known in India. But like I said in other videos, I've already felt a deep connection with the sun being out here simply because I'm freezing at night, because I don't have enough firewood and blah, 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 blah. It's fine. Eventually winter will be gone and we'll be moving into the windy spring, and then it'll be summer. And I do want to stay out here. It's just difficult at times because the truth is, I always speak the truth, I miss some people. I miss some aspects of my old life, okay? And that's my issue. That's not your problem. Yeah, at times I feel like I'm living out here in exile. But I also know things happen in my life for very specific reasons. And that's never going to change. It's always going to be that way. Some are going to stay grounded with the greater reality. But truly, what's best for me? I'm trying to get my focus. Sun gazing today, just for a few seconds to minutes, was all the energy I needed to get. Yep. It's only 7:32. Earlier than when I normally get up. Now I decided I'm going to Alamosa. I have to take care of an errand. I don't want to hang around the yurt. There's something about, because we've had recent solar flares make the news. And every time you read about a solar flare, it's not about the grid going down, it's about the effect that it has. And when Ryan and I were talking last night, I've talked about the solar flare stuff for years, but I haven't put together the presentation. It's got to be done. He made a very good point, one I agree with. We've got to get people going, thinking about this, being aware of this, because this is not highly known. Even in the world of astrology, there's more focus on, your star sign and your sign of the zodiac, things of that nature. But no, we need to be looking at how we can harness the power of the sun through launching of certain projects, organization. There's something about things getting done when we go through these changes. This is not just a time for the Illuminati to stage their world wars, although we do see patterns of that. But how do we also harness that creative potential and energy? And I think those are the things that we should be asking ourselves. I mean, really, people are already asking themselves deep, profound questions about everything else. No, we are impacted by the changes in the sun. This is going down. Now, what's going down? A major shift at the very least. Major changes in our society and changes we may feel within our own body. We've got to get ready for these changes. Now, sun gazing. Let's just say that you're a spiritually minded person who's also someone that wants to be self-sufficient. You want to be prepared. Well, if there's something to your body absorbing energy from the sun, and your body becoming better at it the more you sun gaze, and if there's a need to be calm in a crisis, for example, doing things like meditation or taking time for sun gazing is highly recommended. And a lot of what we know about the things going on around us. We're sold this fake bill of goods that the sun is something to fear because of the possibility that because we're so dependent on technology, its cycle could interrupt our way of life. And we have a very sensitive grid. But you look at how some of these people live out here. Yeah, there's no McDonald's. Yeah, there's no Walmart, at least not for 30 miles. There's a McDonald's 30 miles away, too. But there's not a lot of people around. Yeah, I remember all those messages people have sent me. Yeah, Alex, maybe it's time to go back on the grid because you don't have internet. Well, it actually comes down to what's more important. Really. What is more important in my life right now? Pleasing other people in the grid or pleasing myself? Ooh! Having a date with a woman. Wow. Well, there are women out here. It's a different culture. I don't know anyone. But no, there's not really enough physical sensations, cravings, and pleasures that at this point could really pull me back to a place like Portland. I mean, there'd have to be a massive organization already waiting for me in Portland. We're going to get some shit done. We're going to take back City Hall. We're going to develop our own, I'm not just going to go back. City life and suffer the way that I was. There's meaning behind this place that I'm at. There's meaning behind this trip, behind this adventure. Behind why, God Almighty, why is there a part of me that knows, despite how cold my body might be, that this is necessary for something that I don't even fully understand, but it's real. I mean, we've been getting ready for these changes for most of our lives, and we're getting ready for the maximum now, and people want me back in this city, and they don't want to be out here? See, that's beyond me. I'm not one to argue against that. Let it be what it is. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. But I'll tell you what affects, what happens up there, coming from that, certainly affects us down here. And in this wonderful, beautiful world of ours. Now this is a really beautiful part. You can see that these people here, these farmers live near a water source, live near even man-made canals. They've built troughs that link to the Rio Grande River over that way. Of course, this is off the grid, but on the grid. A lot of these people here, you can see the power lines. They have the best of both worlds, so they're not totally roughing it. So when you think off the grid, if you're considering relocating, I mean, you don't have to go all the way. But because the effects of a meltdown of the grid, yeah, a lot of people have been picking very lightly populated areas, so there's less people to deal with in a collapse. What you want to think about, if you're making a move outside the city seriously, is how self-sufficient can you be on your own? Now there's living on your own with money and the ability, as I'm doing now, to travel to town, to use the internet, to get supplies, you know, to have yourself a cup of coffee, and you know, enjoy the fresh air. I'm going to do that today. But if we're looking at a full-on meltdown of the power grid, you know, how you're going to feed yourself, how you're going to grow your own food, what you're going to hunt, all that has to come into play. As for myself, and I'm going to say this now and in the video, thank you for watching. I'm honored. For me, this is not about survivalism. Hell, I'm a philosopher. Some might use the word light worker to describe themselves. I'll just stick with philosopher. And I look outside the box into the nature of reality as I see it in so many deep and profound ways. And basing everything you do on surviving or not surviving is not the mindful way. I know there's a lot of emphasis on surviving things to come. Well, how about surviving mentally the things that are now, the things taking place? What we want to do is evolve spiritually, not become insane because of these changes taking place in our solar system. There's purpose behind this, and I truly believe that there's a purpose behind our lifetime. Our lifetimes here on this planet collectively, but individually. Why are you here? Why am I here? Why is he here? Oh my God, why is she here? I don't know. But it's all a part of a larger, perfect, cosmic web of life. And all I'm saying is you don't have to believe everything I'm saying about these things, but keep an open mind. And a lot of you will find that it's easier to have an open mind and to hear different truths from different people when you pull out the programming that's been inserted into your mind. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our video. Feel free to take your seatbelts off and wander around the cabinet. There's the sun moving into its second hour soon, and I'm glad I could share this moment with you, and wish me luck, folks. I'm going to be trying to get a lot of work done in the next few months.